This is an introduction about how to get the data off of the Soles by XO-NANO. So the first step is that we've sent a flash drive to you, and that has two scripts on it that you use to convert from the Insole voltage data to GRF, and the other one is that what you're going to use to send the treadmill or force plate data to us that you synchronize with the Insole data. So they're both right here on the USB drive. One is called Fish Lake Push to Server V1, and then your institution name. So this is BYU. The other one, Upload File to Server, BYU. This FL one is for the Insole. The next one is for the force data. So make sure that you pulled those, downloaded them onto your computer. Whatever folder they're in is where it's going to save the GRF data. So make sure that you know where that folder location is, and you're also going to run these scripts every single time. Once you have those downloaded, then you're going to download the app onto your phone. Once you have the app on your phone, you're going to make a profile, or you can skip the login, and then you're going to make a profile of who is going to be walking in the Insole. So you can do an add user here, type in the name. You're going to select an age of however old they are. You're going to do the weight, and you're going to do the height. Let's say they're 5'10". You're going to select the shoe size of whatever they are. You're going to select the insole size. These ones are smalls. And then you can do male or female. And then you're going to make sure to select that user afterwards. So hit the user, hit select, save, and then we'll go over here to upload the data to connect the insoles to the app. Once you have the app set up, you can see the previous screen here. What we're going to do is turn on the insoles. The switch is right here and it's a little recessed, so usually you have to use a pen or something to get in there and turn it on. Turn both of them on. And when they're connected, you'll see that green LED light up, go from blue to green. So it was flashing blue before. Once we have those connected on the app, you'll see the two check marks right there, and we'll remove the factory insoles out of your subject shoes. So once you pull out those shoes, it makes it a little bit more comfortable for the insoles to be in, plus the insoles measure more accurate data. So we'll slip the insoles into the shoes. And once these are in, then we'll have the subject get the shoes on, and then we'll start testing. Okay, then once the subject has the insoles in the shoe, they're on and connected, what you're going to do is hit this next button, and this will take you to where you're going to do start the recording. So you're going to hit the recording button down at the bottom, and you can do several different options of what you're going to record. Typically you're going to want the most accurate, which is the 500 Hertz, which records onto the insole. And we're going to record gait right now, so we're going to hit this gait button. Once you hit the gait button, it's going to start recording and do a counter right there. Once that's recording, then on your force plate or on the force treadmill, you're going to start the recording there. We like to synchronize the two by doing 2 jumps. So Abby, if you'll do 2 jumps, that's great. And then we'll start walking in 3, 2, 1 now. And then you continue on with the test until you're done. You do 2 jumps at the very end to continue the synchronization. That's it. I'm going to hit the stop button over here. Once both insoles are connected with the device, then you can hit stop. That's good. And go ahead, have the subject pull the insoles out of their shoes. Stop the recording on the force plate as well. And then we'll take the insoles over to the computer. Once you have the insoles over to the computer, what you're going to do is first upload, use the script that we talked about earlier, hit the upload file to server, and then your institution name. This one, it says BYU. Going to double click that, and then you're going to select the true force data. So this came from this treadmill. Going to select that, hit open, and then it'll just take a moment to connect with the server, and it will send that data to us to help build our model. Once you send that, then you're going to take the insoles. It has a USB-C connection right there on the underside. I'm going to plug that into the computer. Once those are plugged into the computer, then you're going to use the other file that says FL underscore push to server underscore v1 underscore then the name of the institution. So this is going to be BYU. So that's the Fish Lake communicating with the microcontroller. The microcontroller is called Fish Lake. That's why it's FL. So you're going to double click on that. It's going to load up our model, and then it's going to convert the voltage data to GRF, and it will save those right here once that runs. It takes a moment for the model to get loaded, and so you can see that now it's populating this screen right here, this GUI. It found both of our insoles right here, COM39, COM40. It's saying that it was a small, and it's starting to pull the voltage data. If you look over here, you can see that it's loading the voltage data onto that TXT document. We'll do that, and then we'll upload it'll convert it to GRF in a CSV file. Don't touch the insoles until it says script completed here, until you have all the files in there and nothing else is happening. So it's now downloaded all of the voltage data onto the computer, and it's starting now to run the GRF conversion model, going from the Insole data to ground reaction forces in 3 dimensions. This was a 5-minute test. It says it's going to take about a minute, 46 seconds to run the conversion to ground reaction forces. And we'll do this for one insole, finish with that insole, and then do it with the second insole. It'll pull up the plots when it's done. This is just of the insole data, so you can see the voltage there, accelerometer, gyroscope, temperature of the battery, and then the magnetometer data. So you can check that out. It all looks good on this data. Close it after 15 seconds. You can see that it's already uploaded all this file to the server, and it's also XO-NANO has it, and it's also in that local file saved there. You have the CSV of the ground reaction forces, and then you have the TXT file that has the voltage data on it. And we'll start the next insole there, so then you can just use this ground reaction force data, pull that up, and then you can do any type of analysis that you want with this that you need. So here we go, we have the medial lateral, anterior posterior, and the vertical ground reaction forces.